What we have been waiting for has finally happened. Breaking news: Benjamin Šeško to Manchester United is a here we go. Agreement club to club reached with RB Leipzig for 76.5 million euros plus 8.5 million in add-ons. Šeško agreed terms until 2030, and Šeško made it clear on Tuesday that he wanted MUFC. Deal now a reality. New striker for Rúben Amorim. This is an amazing news. You know, it just Fabrizio Romano just broke it like 30 minutes ago. You know, we're just trying to still catch up on our things and trying to, you know, follow up on news and expect that things will happen. But an hour ago, Ben Jacobs says that an agreement in principle between Manchester United and RB Leipzig for the transfer of Benjamin Šeško is now imminent. This was according to Ben Jacobs to Give Me Sports, right? But then Fabrizio Romano broke it like 30 minutes ago to say that basically it is a here we go. Benjamin Šeško, according to Fabrizio Romano 16 minutes ago, Benjamin Šeško will fly to Manchester already tonight together with his agent, plus the plan has just been confirmed. MUFC wants Šeško to complete medical tests and sign on Friday. So which means that the date that was released on the website to say, watch out, mark this date, mark your calendar, that means Šeško could be announced on Friday, and then the new Carrington training ground will be open that same Friday, because Omar Berrada said it on tour that the training ground will be open on Friday the 8th or the 9th of August. So yes, that is what we have loved to hear. The 8th of August rather. Today is 7th, Thursday. So it's like, here we go. That's what we love. So we're gonna, you know, talk about a few other things. Fabrizio Romano also talked about the add-ons about 27 minutes ago. He said the add-ons for Benjamin Šeško deal will be very easy to reach, as RB Leipzig wanted. Manchester United will pay 76.5 million euros fee. That's fixed fee plus 8.5 million euros in very easy add-ons, bringing the package up to 85 million pounds, 5 million euros, almost guaranteed. Šeško ready to fly to Manchester. Then 41 minutes ago, it says understand, this was before the here we go, that Benjamin Šeško's agent Elvis Basanovic has just arrived Leipzig. All parties involved in Šeško deal trying to advance fast and close the deal with Man United as soon as possible. Šeško already agreed personal terms until June 2030, and this was broken yesterday, right? So this is an amazing news to hear, to kind of start the day, considering the fact that the Šeško news was not as fast, or did not break as fast as the Baleba news broke yesterday. Baleba news just kind of destroyed the internet yesterday. Now we're going to Ben Jacobs, and Ben Jacobs says Manchester United reach agreement in principle with Leipzig for Benjamin Šeško, 76.5 million euros plus 8.5 million in add-ons, as David Ornstein called. Šeško is given permission to travel ahead of signing a 5-year contract. Christopher Vivell, a key part of the deal. Manchester United refused to get sucked into a bidding war and maintained an excellent relationship with Leipzig in negotiations. We're also going to look at what David Ornstein said about this whole Šeško deal. David Ornstein said, exclusive, Manchester United, this was 18 minutes, more like around the same time Fabrizio Romano released the news. He said Manchester United strike agreement in principle with RB Leipzig to sign Benjamin Šeško. Deal for 22-year-old Leipzig striker, 76.5 million euros plus 8.5 million in add-ons. Slovenian international given permission to fly and do medical before completing MUFC news, according to MUFC move, according to The Athletic. That's David Ornstein. And then he says around 5 million of those add-ons, this is according to Ben Jacobs, he keeps maintaining that around 5 million of those add-ons, 5 million euros of those add-ons are understood to be easily achievable. It means Leipzig consider 81.5 million euros will be paid, almost matching Newcastle's 82.5 fixed fee. So it is like more than amazing to, you know, to see this and all of that. We outbidded we outbid Newcastle to get this Šeško deal done. Not like we outbid Newcastle. It's like we wanted him and we were waiting for him to confirm that he would come before we kind of agreed that deal, right? Or struck the deal. And that is super amazing. Like, I'm really, really happy to see that Manchester United have completed the deal for Benjamin Šeško. Florian Plettenberg basically talked about this like 7 hours ago. He said showdown in Leipzig today. Newcastle, like Manchester United, still have representatives on site in Leipzig ready to react in case Man United cannot reach an agreement with Leipzig. However, the Red Devils are going all in, especially because Benjamin Šeško has now basically clearly committed he wants to join Manchester United. Personal terms already 100% agreed. This is according to Florian Plettenberg. So the Šeško deal is done. Like, basically it's done. Yesterday we were saying, we're waiting for the deal to be done before we basically move to other things or move to Baleba, but now the deal is done. Like, we don't even need to start thinking twice about it. We're moving on to other things now, and I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. We have a striker now, and obviously there were rumors yesterday that Man United would want to sell what's his name? Man United want to sell Rasmus Højlund, but I think we should keep Rasmus Højlund because there's no harm in having striker depth. Šeško will take some time to bed in. He will take some time to adjust. Then what's his name? Rasmus Højlund can play, and Šeško can give Rasmus Højlund the competition for his place because they're both 22 years old. So they'll be competing, they'll have the same energy and all of that. And then you have Chido-Obi waiting in the wings to come up. And then Joshua Zirkzee can be our number 10. He's still injured. He hasn't really had a preseason. He's had preseason training, but hasn't had a preseason basically game, right? So he will still need time to adjust. And then we have depth in the forward line. So we have Šeško, Rasmus, and Chido, and then potentially Joshua Zirkzee in the forward line. And then we have Cunha, Mbeumo, Ahmad, Bruno, and then potentially Zirkzee in the 10. And then in mid, that's where we now need one more player to kind of make it all, come together and all of that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, and I'm excited because we get to do another player profile for a new player, Benjamin Šeško. We're going to talk about like all of. I did a bit of it yesterday when we talked about the deal being like moving ahead, because Manchester United moved ahead of Newcastle in this one, right? And so when we talked about the deal moving ahead, we talked about some of his stats, but we're going to break it down into details, right? We're going to break it down into details, talking about how he fits into the Amorim system and what Man United fans should expect to see and how many goals we should expect to get from him in this whole thing and all of that. But I'm so excited about this. Benjamin Šeško to Man United, so here we go. I mean, everything is all done, everything's all complete. There's no big deal and all of that. Fabrizio Romano has dropped it. And to see that it's 76.5 million euros. If you put it, it's about and I'm sure they struck a deal with regards to how Man United will pay, and you'll be shocked that this year Man United will only pay maybe like 100 million euros for 3 players. Like, if you think about it, if the first installment, or if it's an installment payment, the first installment, like obviously Cunha's one is already 2020, that's 3 years. Mbeumo is already about 2020, like that, and that's 3 years as well. And then obviously Šeško's first installment will probably be around 30 million, and then you can see that by the end of the transfer window, we'll only have spent 100 million for this year, and then next year, meanwhile, to reflect in Šeško's budget with regards to at Leipzig, with regards to it being a 76.5 million, So I'm so excited about this. We're just going to do a quick exchange rate to see how much exactly Manchester United spent, in getting that Šeško deal done, basically in euros and basically with pounds, right? So we're gonna look at that, and and then we can talk further, right, on all of this. But I'm so excited. I'm really, really so excited about this. So for 76.5 million euros, so we are talking about 66.3 So 66.3 million pounds. And then if we're going to go add the add-ons, we are talking 81.5. That's around 70 million pounds for the striker. And that's even less than what we spent on what's his name? Rasmus Højlund. And Šeško seems to be really better than Rasmus Højlund based on his last 2 seasons in top flight in Germany. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. But let's go to Man United. Here we go. He always wanted Manchester United, and we have, you know, secured our own. We've bagged our own striker, and now we can compete in the league. I mean, with the likes of the rest who have signed, you know, top strikers, and we have depth in the striking department. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this. We're going to do a player profile on Benjamin Šeško in the next maybe couple of days when the deal is really complete and all of that, and then we will take it from there. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We keep growing every day. We keep evolving as a community. And I'll see you on the next one. We'll be, any news that comes up, we'll break it to you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye, and God bless.